What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy, and now that the NFL draft has come and gone, we'll take a look at the landing spots for the rookies, what their outcome is with their new team, and how their arrival impacts the team's incumbents. Up today, Houston Texans wide receiver Nathaniel "Tank" Dell. Dell doesn't arrive in Houston because he was already there, having played his last 3 years of college football with the Houston Cougars. Now he joins a Texans team with more questions than answers at wide receiver. Gone is Brandon Cooks, who was traded to the Dallas Cowboys earlier this offseason. In is Robert Woods and Noah Brown, both signed in free agency. They join a core that already includes Nico Collins, Amari Rodgers, and John Mechie. The team is hoping Mechie is able to return to the field this year after missing his rookie season following a diagnosis of a form of leukemia. As of right now, Woods, Collins, and Mechie are listed as the starters, with Rodgers, Brown, and Dell filling in as the second unit. But depth charts can change quickly as we progress through the offseason. There's perhaps no other group of receivers in the NFL where the opportunity to emerge is as wide open as it is in Houston. And having been a day 2 pick for the Texans, Dell figures to have every chance to break into the regular rotation from the jump. So, who is Tank Dell, and should you give him a look in your Dynasty rookie drafts? Dell got his start at Alabama A&M, but suffered an injury 4 games into his collegiate career. He redshirted that year, but not before picking up 12 catches for 364 yards, good for 30 yards per catch. He then moved to Independence Community College for the 2019 season, a JUCO program you might be familiar with if you've seen seasons 3 and 4 of Netflix's Last Chance U series. Dell had a strong season with the program, totaling 52 catches for 766 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. He also provided a boost on special teams, with 12 kick returns totaling 394 yards and 1 score. It was enough production for him to land with the Cougars ahead of 2020, where he would complete his final 3 seasons of college eligibility. After leading the team in catches and yards in the COVID-shortened 2020 season, Dell absolutely exploded in 2021 and 2022. His 2021 stats: 90 catches for 1,329 yards and 12 touchdowns. His 2022 stats: 109 catches for 1,398 yards and 17 touchdowns. Dell earned first-team All-AAC honors both years and was ultimately selected 69th overall in the 2023 NFL Draft. Very nice. Dell is smaller in stature, standing at 5'8", weighing about 165 pounds. His frame could prove to be a challenge holding up at the NFL level, but he's an electric playmaker with plus speed and now finds himself in what is essentially an open competition for playing time. Robert Woods is the only established receiver on the Texans roster, but he's 31 and on the downswing at this point in his impressive career. Collins has 70 catches and almost 1,000 yards receiving through 2 years with the team, so he figures to be a player Houston wants to continue to develop. Mechie is likely the one of this group with the most upside. We'll just have to see how his body responds to returning to football following a precarious couple of years that also included a torn ACL in 2021. Dell should be able to at least give Brown and Rodgers a run for their money as far as playing time, and the Texans' new starting quarterback, C.J. Stroud, lobbied for the team to draft Dell. While we can't expect any meaningful contributions right away, his development on this team should be monitored with interest, especially when you factor in that he can contribute right away on special teams. In Dynasty rookie drafts, Dell should be someone you can get well into the 3rd round, probably the back half of the 3rd round, even now. His ADP has risen slightly, but not significantly. Where he was drafted in the NFL draft indicates he's a decent value at current cost and worth a flyer in your rookie drafts, whether you could use some wide receiver depth or not. We'll, of course, continue to monitor Tank Dell's development on the channel, but what do you guys think? Put any thoughts you have in the comment section below, and we can have a conversation about this. Till then, this is Nick with Facemask Fantasy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.